Thank you for everybody that's tuned in to us tonight. My name is Mark Gregory, and wait for Edward Hall, the host of the show, to show up. He's doing his thing right now, sharing it to all the pages and getting this show online and getting everybody getting the show out for everybody to be able to watch it the easiest way possible. And for some odd reason, my computer is not working at all for me, so I can't change none of the graphics at this point in time. But all of a sudden, it's starting to work. But hopefully, this is the right banner here. No, I don't think that's the right banner. Of course, it ain't. Yeah, he's got it on mine. But he'll get it straightened out. But we'll have a good show tonight. Got some really special guests coming on to begin with. Talk a little bit about OBI soccer and what that they did this year, and can I say enough good about you know the product that they put on the field this year, and you know uh, when you look at OBI, you're like you know people that hasn't been on that campus, and we'll go into a little bit more of that now. But Edwards back, I believe, and back in the saddle. He ain't hiding no more.
That was the correct banner, Mark.
Okay, I was hoping it was. I just didn't want to push your buttons the wrong way.
All right, but you know, having to do it this way instead of the easier way, just going through and it StreamYard putting it on every page was a lot easier.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about easy. I can tell you that right now.
I am too, and I'm actually excited about this show, and I think I've officially got everything shared where it needs to be. So now, but so we got a couple OBI soccer players coming on here just in a couple minutes, and then we have a Bell County volleyball player coming on. But you know what you was talking about, OBI, it's we've got to get out and actually got to cover them once playing soccer this season, and I'm excited to see how far they're going to go this season, Mark.
Well, I mean, look at their stuff and look at the teams that they played, and you know, even it looks like their last matchup. When you see a team by the name of Louisville Collegiate, I mean, you just automatically believe, what in the world did they get a hold of right there? I mean, that just shows you that they're not shied away from competition. And I'm telling you, OBI's going to be a force for a long time. This is not a one hit wonder, folks. One thing that will really stun you about OBI, and let's be honest, if you've not been to that campus, take a ride down there. Take a ride down
Absolutely.
there. Then come back and say, Mark or Edward, tell us your thoughts on that campus. Beautiful, beautiful, and that soccer complex is second to none. There's a lot of money being poured into that school, a lot of love in that school, and and things are starting to show. It's on the uptick, and I can rattle all night about it.
All right. Well, Mark, you ready to bring on our first set of guests?
Absolutely.
Well, fellas, we appreciate y'all coming on and getting speaking with us a little bit.
Thanks for having us here. Thank you. Thanks so much. How you guys doing today?
Well, doing good. How are you?
We're doing great.
Well, Mark, before I go into asking some of my questions, do you want to start off?
Yeah, either or can both of you can answer, or one of you can answer. It's entirely up to you. But just give us your thoughts of the season so far. Yours are absolutely look like it's might be 12-2 if I'm saying this right. just absolutely just a super year. So just give us the thoughts on how the season's going.
Great. So the season so far is going really great, and we have gone really good. We've been having a good wins. Since the season started, we only lost too much. Right? Yeah, we only lost too much. So I would say the season is really going for us. It's going great.
Um, what did you do in the off season to prepare you to, in the moment that you're in right now? What did you do in the off season?
We have a lot of players like play other sports, so some of them are doing their sport, and everybody else just sometimes we just go to the field, playing around, touching with the balls, stuff like that. Yeah.
Uh, um, Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Do you live on campus there, OBI, or?
You really don't compass.
Yeah.
Okay. Just tell us a little bit about that school. And for some of us folks that ain't as familiar with OBI, just tell us a little bit about your school.
So our school is um, you can see that being on campus right now keeps us on track to not be going anywhere else. But this is like when we get bored, what we do is just go to the field, have fun with the ball and stuff. So um, us being in the campus has really helped us to be better on our soccer skills and stuff. Um, and the campus so far is really good. It's really good school. I've been here for 3 years. Almost all my high school years I've been here, and I really love this school. Yeah.
Um, can't let you go to Edward here to talk a little bit about the soccer complex. Beautiful, beautiful field down there. Do you just ever, when you're there playing in a game, do you ever just look around to just realize how pretty of a field this is?
Wait, I'm sorry. Pardon,
Um,
please.
the, um, the complex that you play in the soccer field. To tell us a little bit about it, about just how beautiful it is.
So this soccer field we got it last year.
Yeah.
We've been having a little bit problem on the field about the field like 2 years ago. Uh, but since we did this, really that's really great for us and us having more home games now. Um, that's really great. Um, yeah, so we really like it. Mhm.
Well, Edward, before I ask him all the questions,
Well, I got to bring up, the first game that you all played against Todd County in the All A. Y'all beat them 4-0. So just give me your thoughts about the way that your team performed in the first game against Todd County Central.
Well, before we played them, we watched some like their game feeling stuff, so know like how they play, the way they play and stuff, and I think we was ready when we play against them, and I think we do really well at the game. Everybody just do the really good job. So I think we do alright at the game.
And you all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think game two was against University Heights,
Yeah.
and I believe that was it a 3-hour game because it went into penalty kicks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure that I think that y'all might have got a few like injuries during that game also, but y'all powered through it to be able to pull out 4-1.
Yeah. Uh.
So so
So
give me your thoughts on playing in that, a 3-hour long game because I would have been having to get an oxygen tank if I'd have went past probably 30 minutes. I mean, I'm just saying.
so yeah, the game was a really tough game. Um, you could see We went from leading 1-0. We went past the halftime, but couldn't hold it, and somehow they scored one on us, which made it tight, and to which made it keep the game to be like that and to go to the penalties. We both had a game before that, and we were pretty tired, and especially our soccer team players. Most of us were injured. They couldn't give we couldn't give our 100%, which made it for us not to power through everything um because of the injuries. But we've gone so far this year. We've done a lot of things, and we couldn't just let this down because we've actually working for it a lot. Every single player in the team. So not everyone didn't give up, even if we were injured. We powered through it together. We went to not making them score anymore. We made our defense tight. Then we made it to the penalties, so we could win and we went to the finals. Yeah.
So in the last match, you played the Louisville team, but you all played through with some injuries. So now is everybody starting to get a little bit of get back healthy again, or are you still battling some injuries?
Well, some of us are still having injuries, but it's not as bad as it was last time, and I can say everyone is getting better, and we're ready for the other match we'll have for this season.
So I just got to get your thoughts on the All A tournament as a whole. You know, being able to play some of the teams that you all had to play before that, and then the teams that you had to play in the All A. Just just thoughts of the All A tournament altogether.
Yeah. So the team is we played tough teams in our regional matches, but I would say those teams we played in All A were really challenging for us. They were matching our energies that time, and it made us to show how good our team is to play against really tough teams. So I would say they were really tough teams. The three teams we played, and we won two games and lost one game. But I would say this made us and stronger and better for the next match. And yeah, those all eight teams were really tough teams, and they were really good ones. Yeah.
I think even we didn't win at the end, but it was a really good experience for us. That play with a really good team that let us know like where we need to working on and see like how great is other people and they like can help us push ourselves, work harder doing practice and stuff. So I think it was a really great experience.
So before I get you back over to Mark, I'm a stat guy because that's literally about all I can do at my age. Because if I got out there and tried to run and play any type of sports right now, I wouldn't even be able to make it 4 foot without falling over. But looking at y'all's stats, just how do you all consistently you know put up the numbers that you all do each game?
Well, yeah. So as he told you, during off seasons, we've been playing together, all the teams together, to make our chemistry better. And most of us that's in the team right now have played together for 2 years, this past 2 years, which made us know mostly our regional teams, those teams in our region. It made us know them better and made us prepare for the next for the every season games we're gonna play against them. So as you can see, we're getting better. We're getting stronger every single year we go. Um, and so yeah,
But Mark,
This could be a question to either or both of you. Either one of you can answer, or both of you can answer. Um, how playing in these All A and making the run that you did in the All A, how's that going to prepare you as a team going into district and region?
so as I said, the teams that we played during the OA Classic, those teams are really tough ones we played against. Um, yeah, so those teams we played were really tough ones. So that will make us prepare for the other tough games that we're gonna have, making us to know better each other and everyone in the team. Um, I would say playing those tough games, we're gonna it's gonna make us prepare for the other district games and for the other regional ones we have.
Um, we know every team's ultimate goal as far as just any sport, and we know at the end of the day, you just want to bring the hardware, home to OBI. What is it going to take for you to reach your ultimate goal?
Pardon, please.
Can you say that again,
Can you
please?
say it again, please?
Oh, for you to reach your ultimate goal, we know that it's any team's goal to be the last team standing, to win it all. So, what is it going to take for you to reach that ultimate team goal?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? The last part.
Maybe it might be my
he
internet.
he said he knows what like your ultimate team goal is. What's it going to take for you all to reach your goal?
Like to win a state championship.
Oh, so yeah, we saw how the OA Classic teams are, and how tough, how challenging they are. So it could make us prepare better during off season. Since we know them better now, we're gonna do all we can, making our making our every defenders, midfielders better at their chemistry and stuff, um, and knowing the other opponent teams better, or those ones in OA. So um, doing that is gonna make us to go through the OA classic teams and maybe win a state championship.
Tell us a little bit about your head coach and how he's helped you as players, and not only just on playing, but as individuals.
Uh, I think our coach this year, especially this year, I think like he's like he go really hard on us in the practice more and more, just because we got like really we have a really good team now, and we know like the each other is on the team, so we got more chance to win more games this year. So I think this year like he's really pushing us to do better and better.
I can't say enough good about him, and reached out to him, and the man was Johnny on the spot, and like anything he could do to help us, and he was just all about help, and got a newfound friendship with him, and a new respect. But I'll let Edward close you out. Now, I just want to personally thank you for coming on. I know you've got a thing called school, and I know you've got a lot of things going on. I believe one's a junior, one's a senior, if I'm right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you've got a lot of things going on with your life right now. And I just want to personally thank you for giving us your time, and just keep that OBI train rolling, keep it rolling, 12-2, keep it going. Right now I'm looking at, they're number one in the RPI in the 13th region. I mean, they're just keep on keeping on. So had to bring you on, had to brag on you a little bit, and hopefully we can get to a game really, really soon and be able to promote you into the way that we should be promoting you.
Nice. Thanks for having us.
So, so I got one more thing to show each of you, and I will send it to you right after the show. They are yours, and I'm gonna send them to your coach as well, and we'll post them on our pages. But I do tend to put a couple graphics together for each student athlete that does come on our show, and that is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking the time to come on and talk to us a little bit. But I'm gonna show them to you, and y'all can give me your thoughts and just let us know what you think about them.
I think you look really good. I think you guys do a really great job to pull all the pictures together. It looked really amazing.
Well, I do appreciate that, and I do put two of them together for you.
I think it really looks really great. I like it. Thanks for taking your time to do this for us.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate y'all for coming on and taking your time to talk to us. And just like what Mark said, y'all are killing it this season. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're looking forward to when we can get back out and cover you again.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great
All right,
interview.
Mark. That was a great interview.
Yeah, you just I know you got another guest, but you just really gotta like what they're doing, and, and Coach
What the world?
Corey, I don't know what you're doing,
I don't either.
Coach Corey. We apologize to you in advance. Be honest, me or Edward, neither one didn't really know how to pronounce your name, so we was like, was we going to go Coach or Coach Curry? But a big shout out to you, and honestly give you our thanks and gratitude, because you was Mr. Johnny on the spot, and I could tell right offhand that you're all about your kids and you're all about OBI. And they've got a special person down there in you, and you just keep that train rolling, and hopefully we can get down there really, really soon, and be able to see them up front. I guess you might have already seen them this year, didn't you? Or I've not been able to make it to a game, but 12-2.
Well,
Your only two losses I see, Madison Central, which is a really, really good squad, and then you look at a team called Louisville Collegiate. Just the sound of that sounds like they'd have to be really good. Hey, we just played Louisville Collegiate. That don't even seem like that should even be a high school team. And for a small area down there in OBI, and them doing what they're doing, and them beat teams like Pikeville and Prestonsburg, and they and University Heights, I believe. They played some big boys, and they've taken it to them. So hats off to the OBI, and keep it going.
all right. Well, you ready for our next guest, Mark?
I am ready.
As long as I don't double click buttons here.
This
All
ain't the
right. I believe
best
we're
night
good.
for Edward. I can tell you that, Lexi. It's not the best night for Edward. He's had a bad hair night. He didn't shave.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah. I tell him all the time that we're going to have to change this hair policy. I take the time to shave, and you see what Grizzly Adams there looks. And
You
I do.
take the time to shave.
well, I can't afford a whole shave. I just do a half a shave.
He's got to keep that beard going.
But Lexi, I do want to thank you for taking the time to come on.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Just for the record, I drive a school bus. I tell all the girls on my bus that girls should grow beards, and their automatic answer is no. And yeah, they don't like that idea at all.
Yeah. We're not big into facial hair on us.
I thought maybe I could try a new trend or something. Girls with beards. Oh, oh.
Listen, you got to overlook him. He's had too much coffee today.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, he's got a
Speaking of
cup
coffee,
right.
I have. Speaking of coffee, we got to ask you: do you drink coffee?
Yes.
Iced coffee or hot coffee?
I will drink an iced coffee in the middle of December.
But will you drink hot coffee?
It depends on my mood. I'll be completely honest with you.
So do you have to be like in a bad mood to drink hot coffee? Like I'm having a bad day, give me a hot coffee, or is it just one of them spur of the moment things?
I have to really want to relax my body to drink something hot in general. I have to be sick.
Well, we all like to be babied with the chicken noodle soups and stuff when we're sick.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
I like chicken noodle soup when I'm sick. And hot coffee.
Yeah, see. I hope that ain't my internet. I'm hearing all this echo, everyone. I'm sure it's my internet. I give it up.
Well, Mark, you want to start asking questions other than coffee?
Well, I just I just right offhand, I just gotta again thank you for coming on. Now you've heard us rattle on for 5 minutes, nothing about sports at all. We've talked about beards and coffee. By the time you leave here, we'll be on Taco Bell. Probably, I don't know. It's until what we'll be on. Maybe car racing or something. It's until.
I ate some Taco Bell at practice today, actually, so.
Well, I tell you, you need to keep Edward away from Taco Bell, but that's a story for itself. There, I'm just saying. Yeah, Edward he gets followed, but just talk to your season so far and how it's going.
So far, our season, I'd say, is going pretty good. We've got a fair amount of kills, digs, assists all together as a team. We've played some pretty tough teams. We played Corbin, we played Whitley, we played Harlan County. There's some really good competition that we have. We're actually playing them tomorrow night. And we're really excited for that. And I think altogether, like since the summer, get on the interview. I feel like we've really just grown together a lot as a team since the summer because we were starting over. We had like 6 seniors graduate from last year, and we were bringing up a lot of people from JV, and I think that they've filled those spots and those leadership roles really well.
So, do you like to go by Alexi or Alexis?
I cannot hear you. Hold on. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hopefully it's my internet. Hopefully, do you hear me, Edward?
I can't hear y'all.
Can you hear us now? Can you hear us?
Oh, Mark, I'm texting her.
Can you hear me, Edward?
Yes.
I can't hear nothing. If y'all can hear me.
We can hear you, just you can't hear us.
Let me see if I can put my AirPod in if that'll work.
I think it's where she got a call. I told her I sent her a message.
Can you hear us?
I sent her a message where she got a phone call. Told her to log out and come back in.
Well, I mean, you look at what Bell County did. I believe they're at 17-6 right now. I mean, they're rolling pretty good, and you look at the whole 13th region, and maybe as balanced as I've seen it in a long time.
So sorry, guys.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear y'all
You're
loud and clear
completely
now.
fine.
Okay. Okay. So do you like Lexi or Alexis?
I like Lexi.
Okay. I'm just making sure I. Um, it looks like you're a sophomore. So yeah, you're. I shouldn't say you're playing with the big boys because you're a girl. So um, do you ever feel nervous or intimidated, or you just do your own thing out there?
I just do my own thing out there. I've been playing volleyball for a couple years now, and I don't get intimidated. Well, I mean, if I play a really big game, I get pregame jitters, but it's normally just excitement. Like I don't get really nervous.
We've
Well,
had
I can
other.
tell you one thing, Mark. I did watch her serve about 42 straight times and not get exhausted at all. I was exhausted just watching.
If, if I served 42 straight times, I would have to take about a couple of Taco Bell breaks, probably a restroom break, and a couple of coffee breaks.
Well, if
Yeah,
it
I
makes you
probably
feel any better,
still
I
ain't
did
finished
send
it.
Chris to. I sent Chris to get me a water because I was exhausted,
Yeah,
and I
that
was just
makes
watching.
that makes me tired thinking about it. Um, we've had other volleyball players on this show and on my show, and one question always comes up. We like to use the term bonk. So bonkers mean like you just knock somebody out with a ball. I mean, are they anybody in practice that you would? Or you don't have to answer this question. I don't want to start World War III in the locker room, but are they somebody you would hit and somebody you wouldn't hit?
Um, well, I don't really want to hurt any of my teammates because we need them.
Okay.
There's one person that I would definitely not hit on our team though, our big old giant. So I definitely wouldn't hit her.
So can I guess who that would be?
I bet you could.
Okay. But so you wouldn't
Yeah,
hit
I
her
wouldn't
with
hit
the
her
ball.
either.
Yeah, I would.
I
Probably,
wouldn't.
probably would. Well, Edward, I would hit the ball. Okay. Do you for some odd reason, and if I'm off, way out there, just tell me, say you're way out there. But every time I think of the game volleyball, I think of the game dodgeball. Do you see like similarities to a point?
Well, if you see a ball coming at you at like a good 50 miles per hour, then your first instinct would be to dodge it. So
Yeah.
I could see the similarities. I could see
Okay.
that. I have done that multiple times actually. So
So you've hit it so hard at times. Maybe you've seen a player like, like maybe slip and fall on accident, not to be able to have to hit it. Okay.
yes.
Well, that's what Edward would do to me because I would have like that hammer and kill. I guess you call it kill. Every
Yes.
day we called it spikes, so they call it kills now. When Edward see me up, getting ready to kill one, he'd probably, I could see Edward doing that.
He'd go
You
down.
couldn't jump up high, and he couldn't jump up high enough to get it over the net, so I wouldn't have
I
to worry
I, di-
about it.
I didn't say when I was doing that. I just pulled the net down, and
Oh, you pull it down?
Well, that
I
I'm
think you
pretty
get a
sure that's
violation
illegal.
for that. That is very illegal actually.
if you like show the refs like, hey, look at this ref, and the ref turned around and you pulled it down, do that, then it wouldn't be illegal then.
He's starting a distraction and then he's
Yeah.
creating a crime against volleyball.
It's coached in volleyball at certain levels. They call it the distract spike or the distracted kill. Look at that.
Okay.
You
Okay. I'll remember that. Next time I'm up to hit, anytime I see some blockers come up, I'll be like, I'll
yeah,
throw something, rip my knee pad off, and throw it across the court. Be like, look over there, guys.
yeah, yeah. So I have a bad feeling the coach gonna be calling us and say, no.
You've got Lexi Brown trying to jump in the net, y'all.
Yeah. Now we got her in the net. We got her drop kicking the refs, hitting her players with the ball. Yeah, we made an animal out of her.
Oh gosh.
Coach Fultz, it's Edward. It's Edward. Edward. Only Edward. It's Edward's fault.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure that if I ever end up in the net, I'll blame it on him.
Yeah, blame it on Edward. Edward's a bad influence.
Oh, okay.
Me, Listen, just because I trip people and make them fall down does not mean I'm a bad influence.
He would. You know, I could just be randomly walking. I could have $1,000 in equipment in my hands, and you'll still trip me. And me sitting there hoping, like, heck, I've not got $1,000 in equipment, busted all the pieces, and he'll laughing at me. And then once I pick myself up, he'll ask me to go give him a pop or something.
Oh my gosh. That's
I
what
mean,
friends are
Wow.
for.
Ain't that what
yeah.
you're supposed to? Yeah, see?
Sure.
See, Lexi gets it. Maybe one day you will. That leads me to my first question, him talking about tripping. Are you a trash talker out there on the court? Or do you let your game do the talking? Because if it was me, especially if I got a kill like I've seen you do, during the games, I'd
Yeah.
go over and rub it in at Mark, point at him, probably even actually knock the net over on him and laugh at him and walk away. So, I mean, that's just kind of.
No, I don't. I've had my fair share my freshman year of learning that I'm not allowed to trash talk. So I just keep my mouth shut and I just let my game speak for me.
Uh, are there such thing in volleyball? Can they get you for like personal foul or anything like that if you're just saying too much? And
If you so say that you aggressively hit a ball under the net, so say that the other team gets a point and you throw the ball at them from under the net, you get carded. If you guys are yelling at each other from across the net and are being having no sportsmanship or anything, then you're going to get carded. So
how many cards?
So, in other words, Mark,
is
you're getting carded.
Is it like soccer, a yellow and a red? You out there?
Yeah, if you get a yellow card, that's your first warning. But then if you get a red card, then Foltz, our coach, or anybody's coach, they can't talk to us and they can't call timeouts and stuff. And I'll get my hind end sat on the bench.
And when she sits down on the bench, she let the there she is. She's back.
I'm sorry.
And I'm also jealous about the little thumbs up deal that you had on the side of your head there. I guess you can start the fireworks also.
Oh, it turned pink that time.
Yeah. So I guess you could do the fireworks too, right?
Wait, that's double thumbs, right?
He's gonna do the fireworks for us. Yep.
Boom.
Are you kidding me?
It's probably because I'm on my phone. I couldn't figure out how to log in on my laptop.
Edward, you couldn't do that on your phone.
I don't even know how to even do anything on my phone, a little less.
Well, you put a thumbs up. You
just double thumb.
I only got one thumb.
See, there it is again.
So Mark all you do is just Mark just gets enthused by it. See?
My phone
Stick your thumb up, Mark.
I did. I put 2 thumbs up. I had the third one. I put the third one in. Yeah, I don't have more thumbs to put up here.
He's trying.
You got to overlook him.
We tried it last week. We couldn't get it going.
Oh, so it's happened before. I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way.
Yeah, we can't get the fireworks or the thumbs.
Oh.
And we're jealous too. So I just got this little cheap Android phone that's been dropped 1,700 times. That's probably what's wrong with it.
Probably. Just maybe.
Probably.
Okay, Edward's going to hit you with the hard hitting questions now.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be hard hitting questions. But, I have looked over y'all's schedule several times, and, I just got to get your thoughts about after the Rocky Top Classic, you all came back and not let nobody even come close, playing y'all close. So was it just something that y'all started clicking after that, or?
Yeah, I think So Fultz likes to take us to tournaments like that, like big tournaments, so we can bond a lot as a team. And I think that the Rocky Top Classic is a really, really good like experience for a team. It's good on building teamwork and like team chemistry. And I think that our team really did need a lot more team chemistry. And I mean, we all had to like bunk together. We all had to stay together for 2 whole days. So I feel like that was just a really good way for our team to like settle and be like, hey, this is who we're playing with. Like we have to get along with them. We have to learn how they play. We have to and just playing all those games back to back really like solidified how we're gonna play this year.
So this is not a volleyball question. This is more. Have you ever thought about, taking up singing maybe?
Have I ever thought about taking it? Well, my uncle actually has a band and he's getting pretty big and they make me sing sometimes and so I do it. I just do it whenever. It's kind of like a hobby.
Yeah, I actually heard you sing a song on my Facebook the other day, and I heard you sing the national anthem.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's why I was just asking if you ever thought about picking up singing, like
So can we bring you on one of these shows one of these nights and you sing us a song?
If y'all want me to, just message me and I will.
hey, just she's got some
Well,
good
well,
vocals, Mark. As long as you ain't singing, Mark, you can't chime in.
well, I'm sure her music sounds better than their free background music that we play. I don't know if yeah. Well, what is? Maybe I can play this.
Oh gosh.
That's their freebie stuff that we get in this. Or there's one real crazy song that Edward always tries to play, and if he finds it, yeah, you know why we need music for yeah.
That's
Well, that's just more or less to aggravate him.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But that's just something to put me to sleep now, Mark.
You see our introduction music. I'm sure you could whip us up something better than that. Then we could call that a free, music download. Then we wouldn't be copyrighted. Then we wouldn't have 45 minutes of our show taken away each and every week.
I got y'all. I got y'all.
Trust me, it happens.
So,
Why do
but
we
I'm
have to
actually
say every
looking
time
at your stats.
Why do we have to say
Huh?
every time?
You,
What do we have to say every time music's being played?
we don't own rights to the music.
Oh.
He's truthful. If you don't say we do not own the rights to this music, you get like an hour and a half of your show taken away. Like
Oh.
literally. Yeah, somebody will claim rights to it every
Yeah,
time.
That makes sense.
yeah, copyright you.
See, and you won't get us copyrighted.
You make a good point there.
Yeah. I'll shut up.
But I am overlooking your stats. So I just gotta ask you, just how do you put up numbers like you do?
Well, whenever I started playing volleyball and I started messing around with it in 5th grade, my older cousin, her name's Leah Brown, she was always like a big volleyball player. Like she loved volleyball and she took me actually to the Rocky Top Classic and that's where I fell in love with it. And so my 6th grade year, to be completely honest with you, I absolutely sucked it up. I was awful. And I was like, I don't ever want to be that player on the court that whenever somebody puts me out there, that people are like, oh, there she is. She's going to shank a ball or she's going to dodge it. She's going to play dodgeball. So I started going to camps and I came to Bell County and I found my love for it again. And Coach Fultz has done a good job really lighting my spark back into me. And so I would do anything just to make my team proud and make Bell County look good. That's how I keep my numbers up.
Well, I mean, you and as a team, y'all are sure doing it. But again, I'm gonna have to ask you the same question I asked you the day I interviewed you. How many hours did you have to work on serving to be able to serve as many serves you did that second set?
Well, whenever I first started playing, I had a club coach that was also our high school coach, and he would come coach middle school. He was the one that had originally taught me how to serve, but I could literally never get it. So whenever I came here, I watched Gracie Joe Wilder serve, and I watched Hannah Clark serve, and I was like, oh, I want to serve like that. So I would go outside and I would work. My mom would have to make me come in from being outside for as long as I would. Like, I would stay outside from the time I would get home to practice till it got dark. And I would just stay out there and I would smack the ball up against the side of my house until I got my serve where I wanted it.
That's a little bit too much work.
No.
But I just gotta get your thoughts on your season as a whole so far.
I think as like in whole, I feel like our season has been really good, especially with like our team is young this year. Like we only have 2 seniors this year. We have a bunch of juniors. We have a bunch of sophomores, and we have 1 freshman playing up on varsity, Emma Winkler, and our team is just all together like we're really young. And I think that as a young team, whenever we go into like next year and the year after that, from where we've all played together for so long, like I feel like we're going to be really, really good. And this year, I feel like has been just a really good learning experience, especially with, like I said, those seniors that we had leaving, especially Gracie Joe Wilder. Her spot was a big spot to fill. And with the offense that we have, I feel like we put up a pretty good fight.
I mean, I'd have to agree with you, but Mark, before I asked all the questions,
One senior, I believe. Am I right, Lexi? One senior on your team.
We have 2 seniors, 1 starts.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. I see the other two. Yeah. The other one, but that's really, really like what you're saying, young. So, of course, the future's going to be bright. Anything that you do this year would definitely make next year even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just have to ask you. I gotta go back to the Kyrie. If I said that right, so I'm getting these names
Yep.
good. Kyrie.
It's Kyrie.
Okay. Would anybody on your team challenge her in an arm wrestling match?
I actually have a couple of times, and it never went over good. Kyrie's my closest friend that I have. Her and Emma Winkler, they're my best friends. I would not challenge her to any kind of arm wrestling match.
Do you think Amber could take her in arm wrestling?
I don't know. I do not know.
listen, if she slammed my arm like she does the volleyballs, I'm not gonna have an arm left. So I mean, I'll have to pass on that one.
Yeah, she's got a cannon.
but in all seriousness, Lexi, we know what kind of athlete you are, and you're a much better person off the gym floor. But is it for you at this point volleyball or the other sports? Because I know you're talented enough to do multiple sports. I know you're young. You still got the future ahead of you. But are you focusing on one thing, or are you just still wide open about everything?
I actually recently started softball this year. I've never played before. I was cheering. I played tennis last year. I kind of just hop back and forth from sport to sport, but volleyball is my main focus. I just play stuff in the off season so I can stay in shape for volleyball. And I feel like softball helped me a lot with my reaction time. Volleyball has just always been what I've had my eye on ever since I was like 7. So
What have you ever considered basketball? Because a lot of people I've talked to, of course, you got a great serve, but I've also heard that you got little hops to you too.
little hops. Thank you, because I feel like I do not jump at all. But I played basketball when I was little, and I feel like if I tried and if I really put some dedication into it, I could have played basketball, but volleyball is where it's at for me.
If Division One, they'll be calling eventually. But if they wanted you to play multiple sports at the next level, would you be game for that, or would you still say I want to lock in on one?
Like if
Like if a school said you could come to school, we'd like for you to play softball, volleyball, both. Would you do that, or would you still just want to lock into one at the next level?
it really depends on what kind of scholarship or offer I was getting.
Yeah.
If like my main focus has always been volleyball, but if I were to get really good at softball, I mean, I might consider it, but it just really depends on the scholarship offer. But
Really good.
volleyball would probably win over.
Well, if you ever just get tired of sports, you can always join us. You've got the right attitude for that. You've been a lot of laughs too, and we always love we get people on here. It's all about laughs. If we get you to laugh every now and then, we did our job. And you got enough on your plate through school and sports. You don't want a bunch of old guys. Hey, tell us about your season. Tell us about why you digging them. Like okay, I deal enough of that during the week. You're laughing. You're a good sport, and we're very thankful for that. Very thankful for your time that you give us, and just keep on keeping on. I'll let ever finish you off.
Thank you.
Well, I got just a couple final questions before we let you go.
All right.
Now, this one right here is probably my favorite question to ask everybody, every student athlete we come on.
I thought he was going to ask you about what your favorite restaurant was, but he forgot that one.
Well, that's normally your question. I left that for you.
Well, can I ask her that before you start your fishing one?
Go right ahead.
It could be a sit-in, a fast food, a drive-in. What if you had a choice to go somewhere? Where'd you go right now?
I'm going to Cane's.
Yes, I like Cane's.
I love Cane's.
Are they one in Knoxville? Because the only one I know of right now is Richmond.
There's one in Knoxville. It's actually right down the. It's on UT's campus. If I'm not mistaken. No, it's like right down the road from UT's campus.
Have you ever ate Cane's, Edward?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have to tell you about it. Yeah.
Well, I was expecting a 30 minutes. I'll get a 30-minute spill about it after the show, anyhow. So.
After the show, you're getting we're talking Cane's. Yeah. That's the only I love you, Richmond. Love you, EKU. That's the only reason why I stopped there. I just stopped there to eat. I'm out there.
Real.
Cane's gone. Gone the list.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I go Bath and Body, too.
Yeah, at the beginning of
Cane's. Bath and Body's like behind Cane's. It's like a little shopping center deal. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
See, Lexi knows what I'm talking about. She probably did a little Cane's, went over there to Bath and Body. Can't leave Richmond without going over there.
Oh yeah, you better believe that I go over there. I'll be walking around my cousin. He'll always take me up there. Anytime I want to go to Knoxville or something, I'll be like, "You should take us to Cane's." Or like Richmond, I'll be like, "You should take us to Cane's." Anytime I go to a camp or something, I'm like, "We should stop and get Cane's."
Oh yeah. See, I knew we brought Lexi on for a reason.
Because she likes Cane's.
Yes.
Let's see, I just knew that. I just knew that when I talked to her at the game the other day. I just knew it.
Well, you could just feel the vibes off of a fellow Cane's blocker.
I'm sure glad you can.
Well, you eat a Cane's, you go to Bath and Body, you buy that Japanese cherry blossom stuff, the little red stuff, I'm good to go.
Oh, he knows. He knows.
See, you got to overlook him sometimes,
You get the sanitizer too now. Oh yeah. Like cherry blossom.
See what I got to deal with. I got to deal with him every day.
At least you guys got laughs at the workplace.
Mm. Well, I don't know if you'd call it laughs or just me feeling bad for him, but it's a mixture.
Oh.
But the final two questions I got before I let you go is, at the beginning of the season, we used to do this back when I was in school. Was there a team that y'all had highlighted y'all couldn't wait to play the most?
Oh, we always look forward to playing Harlan County. Harlan County has been our rivals ever since I've started playing at Bell County. And that's why I keep on talking about our game tomorrow. I'm so pumped. Like, that's the game that we look forward to all year long, is whenever we go and we play Harlan County in districts.
And tomorrow's game's at Harlan County, correct?
Yep.
So, final question I got for you, and I'm disappointed Mark didn't ask this one, but that hill outside of Bell County, does the coach make y'all ever run hit?
No. No.
Do you ever want to
I'm
run
like-
with the football
No.
team?
No.
Would you run it?
No.
Do you think Mark could run it?
Maybe after he's had a little bit of coffee and some canes.
Yeah. Canes and coffee. That's all a person needs. They call it the CC connection.
That's the fuel
you-
right there.
Yeah. Coffee and canes.
Well, listen, you can always start at the top and put Canes at the bottom, and you can roll down there.
You make a good point there. Keep your eye on the prize and just keep on going.
But she did say something in all seriousness, and I've always said that. And Edward, you've covered a lot of sports. I've covered a lot of sports. But when you're talking about rivalries, it's always different between Harlan County and Bell County. It's all on volleyball. It's soccer, football, basketball. I don't care what it is. It's different. And I've said that for years. I would put Harlan County, Bell County rivalry against about, when you're talking that kind of rivalry, you're talking Louisville, St. X, Trinity. This is, I wish that there was some way you could rank rivalries. I mean, and that has to be one of the state's best, because it doesn't matter what. Harlan and Bell County could compete in a grass cutting competition, and it would be all out war. I mean, it's just different. It's different.
We would find a way to turn that into a full-on death match. If somebody's not crying by the end of that contest, we weren't doing it right.
Yeah, we'll cut this grass quicker than you. Yeah.
That's how
It's different. It's a very special rivalry, and it's good for the area.
Mm-hmm.
It is, each time I've got to cover it, and no matter what sport it's been, the fans has always showed up. The atmosphere is amazing, and you could just feel the intensity between the teams.
That's what I love whenever I play teams like that. Whenever we play big teams and they have their student section there, and you've got their student section screaming at you, especially at Harlan County. They used to actually have a cry count of how many people they could make cry with their student section. One time, actually, maybe I shouldn't say this. It's not good sportsmanship. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Well, do you ever do this to the sections if you're,
Oh, we don't do that. We just shut them up with how we beat them.
Oh.
See, that they don't do like how we used to. That's what we used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's personal. People get mad.
But Mark, you got anything else for I show her a few things that we put together?
Lexi, you've been great. And again, thank you again for giving us your time. We know that there's a thing called school and life, and you dang sure didn't want to come for two real serious guys sitting here asking you all these thorough breakdown of the game questions and stuff. And I tell anybody, if we could bring somebody on and have a good laugh, we did our job, and you've been a good sport with it. And hopefully we get you on really, really soon again, because you've been a really, really fun interview. And it's not only we've helped you laugh, you've helped us laugh. And sometimes laughter's the best medicine.
Yes.
But now, do feel free anytime that I'm at a game to give me the breakdown of volleyball, because I am still trying to learn that. So
Yeah.
I've got you.
But we could do that off of the show and stuff. So then next time we interview, we'll be like, this is how it goes. We'll already know it.
You won't be talking about fully pulling the net down and
Yeah, yeah.
distracting
Well,
the ref.
he'll still be talking about that because he likes to do the distracting stuff.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I'm
That's
gonna,
his motto, and he will stick with it.
I will stick to it.
I'm gonna tell my coach see how he feels about that.
Yeah. Don't tell the coach I said that. I didn't say that, Coach Fultz. Edward did. Edward.
I'll make sure I got that on record that way that he'll know it wasn't me. I'm innocent, but
He's not a bystander in all this.
I'm innocent. Listen, I keep my thoughts inside my head about the cheating.
We may never see Lexi again, just in case it's a great interview.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me. I appreciate it.
But we do tend to put a couple graphics together for each student athlete that does come on our show, and that's kind of our way of saying thank you for having to come on and deal with Mark. But no, that is our way of saying thank you for coming on and giving us your time. And I will send them to you after the show's over with, and I will post them on our pages. And we kind of just want to get your thoughts about them.
All right. Ooh. That's nice. I like that. Got a little bit of collage action going on. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna have to hit you with the real hard hitting question.
Okay.
Out of the two, which ones you like the best?
Probably the first one.
See, Mark, you don't go wrong with the original.
They've only
See,
been, since we've been doing that, maybe two that say they've liked the second one.
See, he's always trying to tell me that the first one is getting old. And I need to change it, and put something else, put another graphic, and get rid of that one. So I just do two now. Next season it's going to be three.
Well, let me give you my case. Ain't it good for change every now and then?
Yeah.
Was there anything wrong with the original?
No, I like the original a lot.
Oh, see, there you go, Mark.
But it's good to change it every now and then, right?
I'm a strong believer if something's broke, if something's not broke, then you don't need to fix it.
See, there you go, Mark. She just gave you a valuable life lesson. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No hate to you, Mark. No hate to you.
That's like my truck with the tire about off of it right now. I waited till it actually broke. I should have fixed it before it broke. Now I'm going to be out a lot of money. Yeah.
Well, at least you practiced the concept good. Life lesson there.
I actually practiced it too good in that case.
He took it too far.
Yeah.
He took that one to the extreme.
Yeah.
But Mark, you got anything else for Lexi?
Just thank you for coming on. You've been a great interview, and you've helped us laugh. And again, like I said, laughter's best medicine. And hope to get you on really, really soon again. You've been fun.
Thank you. You guys have been fun. I was so stressed out. I was like, I don't know what they're gonna ask me. I was like, then y'all got on here and started cutting jokes. I was like, oh, okay, I'm chilling.
We ask some volleyball questions or regular questions, but most time we're just on here to try to have a good time.
Hey,
but that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And again, I have to apologize that you had to deal with Mark.
It's okay, Mark. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Well, thank you. And do I have better hair than Edward?
You ain't got no hair, Mark.
Oh.
You got to have hair to have better hair.
I asked the kids on my bus, I said, you love it when the air is blowing through my hair and they're like looking at me. Yeah. They got mad at me today for singing Christmas songs. So,
Hey,
man, nothing wrong being in the Christmas spirit.
I will listen to Christmas music year round. I don't care what nobody says. I love me some Christmas music.
Absolutely. We could always be in the Christmas spirit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, see, I thought me and Mark was the only ones because I go around year round singing them at work, but everybody just looks at me.
I was actually singing Mistletoe the other day in my sixth period, and I had the whole class just stop and look at me and go, like they were all like, "It's September." I'm like, I don't care.
Yes. And it's
Christmas in
always
September.
Absolutely.
it's better to receive and to give, and it's a whole lot more cheaper to receive and to give. So,
I kind of don't think it goes that way, Mark.
I was like, I don't think that it's equaled out that way.
oh,
It's better for you to give to me, and then everybody's happy.
it's much cheaper to receive than give.
That's not a good life lesson to have. That's not a good value.
Okay, Lex, before we let you go, we got to ask you one more. Okay.
Okay.
You've heard that money can't buy happiness, right? Okay, but money can like buy you a yacht, they can buy you a car, buy you a house. Money can buy everything that can technically make you happy, so money can buy happiness, right?
I actually have said that multiple times. I mean, if you use it the right way, it can buy you happiness. He said,
See,
I'm,
Sarah
I'm
just
trying
made
to
his
get that.
IQ level. He's trying to
I'm,
get the.
I'm trying to get that little, yeah.
oh,
Lex
God.
will do it one time, and then that little thumb will be there. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Next week, I'll move the little logo we got, and I'll put a
I
thumbs up
told
right
you,
there for
I told you it would. Jealous. You can't get the
you.
thumb to come up.
I've got a horrible phone too, so only thing I'd probably get would be a black screen. But Lexi, well, I do appreciate you for taking the time to come on, and like I said, I will send them graphics to you after the show. And you've been great, and your team's killing it. You're killing it. Just continue doing what you're doing, and hopefully you get back up there and cover you real soon, and we have a sit down and educate me on volleyball a little bit.
Heck yeah, if I ever see you, I'll be like, hey, by the way, teaching
I
moment.
see. Feel free. I'm always ready to learn.
I got you. I got your back.
But Lexi, I do appreciate you, and hopefully we get to cover you again here real soon.
I hope you guys get to too. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great interview. Great student athlete. Had a good interview with the OBI boys, and had a great interview with Lexi there. Just we got the easy job, Edward.
We do.
We get to learn from them. We learn from them more than they learn from us, and just we got the easy part. We get to cover, promote them. They do all the work.
Well, we didn't get to do this last week. We are about 8 minutes over, so we'll kind of do a little bit of a quick rundown. But this is the All Sports Media top 5 must see. And I'm gonna have to start putting week 4, week 5 on there, but
Yeah,
didn't this week. But this is for. Let's start off with volleyball. So you got Sophie from Franklin County with 520 kills, Mark. You got Emily Fuller from Assumption with 567 assists. Kyrie Lamb from Bell County with 378 kills. Owen McCoy from Harrison County with 311 digs. Jonah Rice from Whitley County with 290 assists.
I got to see Jonah firsthand just the other night, and I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't love Coach Halcomb and love that team. And you develop relationships the more you cover these teams, and even with the Bell County squads and stuff like that. Uh, and the Bible, we could keep naming them on and on. Lynn Camp, we can keep going on and on. You develop relationships. It's almost like they're your own kids to a point, and you want to see them all succeed. The sad part about sports is, there's going to be one team that's going to be leaving very happy, and then there's going to be another team that's going to be leaving not as happy. Both teams puts in the equal amounts of work, and they do what they're doing their very best, and it just But now Jonah is just she's a heck of a player. She's young, just like Kyrie is. Kyrie's another young one. I believe Kyrie's a junior. Something's telling me that Jonah's a sophomore. And I mean, you're talking about two players that are up and coming, and they're absolutely just on top of their games. I don't really know a whole lot about the other players. That goes back into your profession.
I mean, I'd have to agree with what you said. And now we're going to jump over to girls soccer. You've got Emily from Prestonsburg with 26 assists, Addison Coffey from Russell County with 41 goals, Jada Boateng from Bell County with 11 goals, Willow Peace from Harlan County with 257 saves. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she's second in the state with saves, Mark. And then you got Tori Robertson from Somerset with 41 goals.
Well, for a while, I believe Willow was #1 in the state in saves. So I don't
She
know who
was.
caught her, but whoever caught her must be just on a complete roll because Willow's been just absolutely dominant at that position all year long. And yeah, I mean, me, you couldn't get a ball by her. I wouldn't even try it. Jada is just what I mean, the question when you start talking about Jada is what is she not good at? I mean, it's not what she's good at; it's just what she's not good at. I mean, we've even asked her the question about, playing football. I believe she could. I mean, I honestly believe she's just one of them very special athletes that could basically do whatever whenever she wanted to. She could probably go into bass fishing or something like that, catch the biggest fish. She just it's just in her blood.
I would agree with you 100%. And now we're going to go to the boys' side of soccer. So you got Matthew Mullins from Pikeville with 25 goals. You've got Hero from OBI with 18 goals and 12 assists, Mark. Then you've got Tyson Niche from Perry County Central with 34 goals. Bryson Bentley from Shelby Valley with 326 saves. Sebastian Kyle from Middlesboro with 10 goals.
Well, I mean, what else can you say here? Hero's been dominant all year, and Sebastian, just he's got a story, and just what he's doing is just phenomenal, and his story ain't over yet. He's pretty good at other sports too, so it's going to be really really fun covering him.
I would have to agree with you. And this is the top 5 must see. And I don't know if you've paid attention to the other ones. There's been one name been consistent on each one of them, and that's been Hero. And it's just because if you haven't watched OBI play, then then this is going to everybody. You've got to get out there and watch them play.
Yeah.
That team plays as a family, and when you got a team that plays as a family, then they're going to be tough for anybody.
Yep.
And now moving over to the football side, and there's a couple names. I'm pretty sure all 5 of these was from last week, but we didn't get to do a rundown on it last week. But again, after compiling stats and everything, it was hard to find anybody else to put on this top 5 must-see list. So you have Montavian Quisenberry from Boyle County with 12 total touchdowns, and he's done it by punt returns, throwing the ball, running the ball. So, I mean, he's just scoring on every aspect. You got Cade Elam from Corbin with 8 passing touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns. You got Landry Collett from Leslie County with 11 passing touchdowns and 8 rushing touchdowns. You have Connor Hodge from Christian Academy Louisville with 13 passing touchdowns and 6 rushing touchdowns. And you got James Jack from Paducah Tillman with 1,629 total passing yards. And if I ain't mistaken, he has 13 total passing touchdowns also.
I've seen all 5 of these guys play, and I'm telling you one thing about James Jack. He's a player, and then Connor's another one, but Quisenberry, just wow. That's a word you got to say about him. Cade, you got one word to say about him. Wow. Landry, you got a word to say about him. Wow. All these guys are really, really special athletes, and they are really, really good at what they do. And you look at that 5 right there, Edward, and I mean, just one word comes to your mind when you look at that is just wow. I mean, these are very special athletes. I can tell you, we all know how good Kate Elam is. We already know how good Quisenberry is. I followed him since his Garrett County days. I know how good he is. Okay, but now I'm telling you, Lander, call it in there. Go watch Leslie County play. Go watch him
Yes.
play, and then come back and tell me how good that boy is. He is absolutely he's one of the best in the state. And if you don't believe me, go watch him play. He is his complete control on the field, but I'll tell you, you cannot go wrong. If there's another top 5 in the state of Kentucky, I'm sure they are. I mean, we could probably name 20, 25 players that are pretty close to this, but you just not gonna go wrong with these 5.
I would have to agree with you 100%. And, you know, at that note, Mark, it's been another great show. Loved our guest. And, any final thoughts before we close it out?
I didn't do the quote. I sort of try to say the quote for the Sunday show, and this being your show, I'll let you do the quoting and all the stuff. But um, I do want to say one quick tidbit, then I'll let you have it. Edward, prayers out to Allison Messer and her family, Mary and her dad over there. Lost a loved one, and I love the Messer family to death, and became really, really close to Allison the last couple of years, and just a lot of come from the Linkamp family, and just again, there's a lot of love at Linkamp, but there's a lot of love at a lot of schools, and Pineville, I mean Bell, we could keep going. OBI, all these schools, every school you go to, they all love their schools the same. They all want their schools promoted the same. At the end of the day, it's just student athletes, they're students, and it's their jobs to get out there, promote them, and do the very best we can for them. And if they go to the next level and we've had anything to do with that, then we did our job. But like I said, I came really, really close to the Messer family last year, and I hurt for them. And but I know Allison. She'll be Johnny on the spot. She'll recover, and enough prayers and family to get through it, and hopefully, we'll see Allison back very, very soon. And I know she's wanting to, but she needs the time to heal, and hopefully that her and her family gets through this, and just prayers out to them for their tragic loss. And it just, it's, I just hurt for them.
Well, I'm going to leave everybody on this. You know, we'll give a big shout out and a thank you to Bryant Family Medicine for everything that they do, being our sponsor to allow us to do what we do to be able to actually go out and promote all these student athletes. And big shout out to Bryant's Family Medicine, and stop by and see them. And you know, a big shout out to Heather Martinez Realtor. If you're in the market looking to buy or sell a home, get, give her a holler there, and she'll take good care of you. But again, I want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors because if it wasn't for them, then we wouldn't be able to do what we do. But I'm gonna leave you with this, and I kind of say this every week, go watch these student athletes play. Go, go watch the OBI boys play. Go watch Lexi and the Bell County team play. Go out and watch, the Kate Elams, the Landry Colletts. Go out and watch the Pinevilles. And, if you have nothing to do, go out and watch these student athletes. That way, you can get a better feel for the work and dedication that they put in, and get out there and cover these kids. Get out there and watch them. And I promise you, you'll fall in love with a sport that you didn't even think that you would like. But from everybody here at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, I want to tell y'all God bless and good night.